Hi, ladies, and welcome to Tuesday's Top 10 Tips with Flip This Chick. Well, if you want to know the secret to balancing your macros so that you can actually start seeing weight loss results and lose that belly fat, today, our top 10 tips, we're going to actually look at how you can make some simple shifts to what you're already eating in order to really get some good results. So, I'm Alicia Harrison, certified health coach and creator of the Flip This Chick method that has women getting great results all across the country. So it's really fun to see women make simple, healthy habit shifts, learn how to master their macros, learn which exercises are really the best to do at this phase in our life. So we're not beating ourselves up and we're not dramatically cutting calories. We are actually getting our body to work for us instead of against us. And you can go on vacations and feel great about getting into a swimsuit, or you can pick out a little black dress for the holidays and feel good about that. Or you can just have more energy and feel better on a daily basis when you're doing the things you need to do. So mastering your macros is a key to that. So I wanted to start off this new year right from the get-go with setting you up for success. So today's top 10 tips are going to do that. We are going to look at exactly what you can do to fix your macros and start seeing some results. Okay. But before we do that, I want to remind you, please follow me at fitover50.flipthischick on Instagram, because that is a new page that I've dedicated to workouts and healthy habit tips and things like that you're going to want to catch every day so that you can see how to make those simple, healthy habit shifts and start feeling better and getting results. So let's just jump right into it with these top 10 tips today. So tip number one, I want you to start your day with more protein and less fat. Okay, here's the thing. It can just be a simple habit shift if you look at what you're already eating. Okay, here's an example. Start with, say, a breakfast. You usually have 2 eggs with the whites and everything, and some Ezekiel bread and a cup of coffee. Okay, well, if we shift that looking at better macros for midlife, then that breakfast is going to look like this. You're going to have 3 egg whites and just 1 whole egg, because the protein in the egg comes from the whites. The fat is in the yolk. So just 1 yolk a day is what I recommend to my clients, and they are loving it. It doesn't fill you up as much, and you can eat more of the protein that you need in those egg whites. So 3 egg whites and 1 whole egg, and then have that Ezekiel toast, put a little bit of avocado on that, and add a little side of blueberries. Those antioxidants are going to do you good. And always, before you have that cup of coffee, please have a full glass of lemon water before you drink anything else through the day. That way, it's going to flush that healthy lemon water through your liver and kidneys, everything else you eat and drink through the day. So that is a good start to your day tip too. Okay, so a simple shift. You're still having eggs and toast and coffee, but now those eggs and toast and coffee are more protein and good healthy fat, a side of blueberries with antioxidants, and you're feeling great to start your day. And you started off with more protein. Okay, that's what the results are. More protein, less fat means you're less hungry through the day, you have more energy, and of course, those antioxidants are going to do you good. Now, tip number 2. I recommend choosing the leanest type of protein that you can work with whether that is ground turkey or chicken breast instead of a chicken thigh. But that way, when we're trying to add more protein into your day, you can still use the same protein that you're eating and add more of it, and you're not elevating all the other macros. Okay, so before I keep going on with all about macros, let me just back up a second, because for those who aren't certain what it means to be talking about macros, macros are the protein, carbs, and fat in food. Those are the macronutrients. Micronutrients are the vitamins inside those ingredients. Okay, so we work with the macronutrients of food. Instead of counting calories, we count macros, because in the Flip This Chick program, we know that if you get what your body needs, it'll get rid of what it doesn't, i.e., That means ditching belly fat. If you get enough protein, you're not going to be hungry. If you get enough protein, your body doesn't have to hold on to the fat. So when we need to add more protein into our diet, and ladies, we do all need more protein than we're getting. The typical American diet gets anywhere from only 40 to 60 grams of protein. And we need like 120 to 140 grams of protein a day. So if you aren't sure how to get that in, just put protein in the comments and I can send you my high protein recipe book. And that'll give you a great place to start with new ideas and recipes. There's like 30 recipes in there, ladies, and they're all great, healthy, high protein, colorful recipes. So that's an idea. But what I want you to really focus on is choosing the leanest type of protein so that when you do add a higher quantity, it isn't adding more fat and carbs at the same time. So sometimes a simple shift from chicken thighs to chicken breast allows you to have the same 6 ounces of chicken, but there's only 5 grams of fat in it instead of 54. Okay. So then your body gets to shed the fat. And that's how we see some good results when you're over 40, over 50, over 60 and beyond. Like seriously, you can stay healthy and fit and feel like $1,000,000 when we dial in these macros and get in some strength training. So don't neglect that. But tip number 3, let's move along because I love that you joined me for these top 10 tips on Tuesday. I know your time is valuable. I want to get you this information and I want you to start applying it. So tip number 3 is swap out your regular meals for your snacks, even for things that are higher in protein. Okay, here's the thing. They make now high protein yogurt. Oiko's brand does not have artificial sweetener in it, doesn't have artificial colors in it, and it has 20 or more grams of protein. They also have Kodiak oatmeal. That is a high protein oatmeal. So look for things you're already eating and that you enjoy so you're not feeling like you're neglecting what you like to have, but shift it into something with higher protein. Okay. And you can still love everything you're eating. It's amazing. Tip number 4. Swap high sugar fruits. Okay. I know fruit is important and we all know that. But here's the thing. The high sugar fruits like apple, oranges, bananas, pineapple, those are going to have more carbs in them. And once we're in menopause, perimenopause, and beyond, if you start noticing weight settling in your middle, it means it's time to shift away from so many carbohydrates. So yes, I still want you to get fruit and every single day, but shift the fruit into things like blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and those will have less carbs, still healthy antioxidants, still refreshing and beautiful, and they won't have so much of that sugar that will settle. And if you're looking for potassium and that's why you eat a banana, or you're runners and you're used to having that banana after every daily run, then I want you to swap that for a sweet potato sometime in your day, because sweet potatoes actually have more potassium than a banana and they won't have the carbs that you don't need. It will serve you well and they are delicious. So give that a shot. And hey, drop runner in the comments if you are one, because I have a lot of other good healthy tips for you too. Spent more than a decade running myself, and so learned lots of great tips on how to make that shift from high intensity running into low intensity steady state cardio and losing 25 pounds doing it. So let me know if you are a runner and you need some suggestions. So tip number 5, plan your favorites first. Okay. Here's the thing, ladies. I don't want you to start not eating the things you love. If you are planning to have salmon for dinner tonight and you just love it, okay, here's the thing. Look to put that into the MyFitnessPal app, for instance, if you track what you eat, and then work your day around it. So on a day that you're going to have, say, salmon, because it's a little higher in fat, it's a good, healthy fat, but that's a day that I would just have egg whites for breakfast so that I eliminate the 5 grams of fat in the yolk. Okay. So it's simple shifts and plan for the thing you really want to have and then shift the rest of your macros around it. We don't ever have to not eat something that we love. We just simply look at ways that we can adapt so that you can enjoy what you eat all the time. And there's no deprivation, there's no fatigue, there's no boredom, all of it's great. Okay. Just plan what you love first and then work around it. If you're not sure how to use that MyFitnessPal app, drop app in the comments and I can help you dial that in because there is a way to use it to not track calories, but to track macros. And that is a key to really seeing some great results. And hey, I'm not saying you got to track your food all the time. That can be exhausting. What I do suggest is that even if the first 3 days of the month, every time the calendar changes, you take some time to log in what you're doing for 3 days, just so that you can catch yourself. What am I really doing compared to what I say I'm going to do or what I intend to do? And so look at what it really is. And then you can say, oh, do I need to make some shifts before the 10 pounds backs on, right? So try that. And again, always reach out, DM me or, drop a plan in the comments or something like that. If you need me to connect with you, I will hop on a one-on-one real quick so that we can just dial in these macros for you. It really will make a big difference in how you feel and those hunger, pains and things like that. They will disappear when your body's getting what it needs. Cravings are all about your body saying, I don't have enough of what I need. So doesn't mean eat more, it means eat better. So tip number 6, log your day before you eat it. Here's another tip. If you're using that MyFitnessPal app, go ahead and plug in what you intend to have. Say that you've already logged in your your breakfast, your lunch, your snacks, and you're about to make dinner. And as you're making it, you're like, you're not sure if you're quite on track for the day or not. Plug in exactly what you intend to have and go, oh, wait, oh, that's a little bit off. You can make a simple shift before you consume it instead of afterwards reacting and go, oh, shoot, that day wasn't quite right. Because if we can spend even a few weeks really dialing in your macros, you can see some shifts that might surprise you and keep you feeling better and get results at the same time. So give that a shot. Log in your stuff before you eat it and see if that doesn't help you make the shifts correctly. Tip number 7, find a vegan protein shake that you love. Okay, ladies, I have a couple of choices. One that is a non-perishable, portable Owen brand. And then I use vegan protein shakes. There are all kinds of protein shakes out there. But my real recommendation, the most important things that you need to look for, one is that it isn't an animal product or dairy or whey-based. Now, that works for some people, but when we're trying to increase the amount of protein that we get, if we can steer clear from too much more animal products and dairy products, we can eliminate that gut issue that sometimes comes by adding in so much more whey or dairy and things like that. When you think that you're trying to get healthy and add in a protein shake, and then that protein shake has dairy in it, and suddenly your gut doesn't feel as good, then I want to avoid that as an issue. Okay. And so find a vegan protein shake, drop protein in the comments. Well, that's for the recipes, but drop vegan in the comments if you want me to give you a link to some of my favorites. You can get them on Amazon, you can buy them at Walmart, you can buy them at Publix for those in Florida, and Walgreens. All the places carry it. So it is important to just have options because you want to add in a couple of protein shakes. And I'm telling you, I don't want you adding almond milk to it. I don't want you adding veggies to it. I don't want you adding kale to it or fruit. Just put in a scoop of protein, shake it up with 8 ounces of water, and drink it. You just need the clean, lean protein because our body needs more protein than you might be able to get in your meals throughout the day. So find one that you love, and then you're more apt to drink it. I like doing the chocolate one because it gives me a great chocolate fix too. And in the winter months, like now, for those of you up north, I heat mine up and have it like hot chocolate. And I put a squirt of Cocoa Whip on top because that is a dairy-free Cool Whip, and it's delicious. So always add those perks that make you love whatever it is you're having. Tip number 8, make dinner healthier. Okay. Like I mentioned before, one simple shift that you could do, say, okay, say this is what you might have had is chicken thighs with rice and broccoli. Okay. Now, a new better macros dinner is as simple as a chicken breast instead with cauliflower rice and broccoli still. And then you have enough space to add in even a side salad with some balsamic vinaigrette. Now, I want to also tell you, broccoli is known to help stave off all kinds of cancer. So add broccoli to your diet a few times a week. That is a really great cruciferous vegetable to add. And in the Flip This Chick program, we have endless amounts of cruciferous vegetables because those can fill us up, help with fiber, keep your antioxidants up because you're getting lots of great dark greens, and they're delicious. Like seriously. So asparagus, celery, cauliflower, broccoli, field greens, all those things you can have tons of, as much as you want. So there's no reason to actually be hungry throughout any day. Get the protein you need. And I like making the shift with cauliflower rice whenever I'm not needing as many carbs, because say regular rice might have 50 grams of carbohydrates. Cauliflower rice has 5. So you're eating the same thing, but your macros are more in check so that you shed the fat in the middle and you start to see your waist come back. And that is exciting. And it can happen pretty quickly when you really do dial in the macros. So remember, put macros in the comments. I can send you my intro to macros guide. And I can connect with you to give you your real macro number, okay? Because even having worked with macros in the past doesn't mean that the same macro numbers are what you need now. As we shift into this next phase of life, I'm 55. The macros I need at 55 are different than what I needed at 35 or even 45, to be honest. At 53 pounds, at 53 years old, I was 25 pounds overweight. In the last 2 years, I've taken off 25 pounds by dialing in my macros. I feel better and I'm getting in strength training so that it shapes and defines our body, and we have more energy to burn the fat and keep your metabolism up. So those are the shifts we make in the Flip This Chick program that can dial in results for you. Okay. When you get better dinner like this, it means more protein, less fat, more color in your diet, and even extra room for a salad too. So tip number 9, I want you to master these macros. I want you to figure out how to do it, and I'll help you any way I can. Okay. So like I said, drop macros in the comments if you want the intro to macros guide. Gives you a basic understanding for macros, and then download the MyFitnessPal app. We can go over it together so that you can slide that over and get your macros in check. And then if you have tried doing macros in the past, it is that we might need them differently. So let's chat about it. Just drop chat in the comments and we will get you real numbers for what to do. Okay. So I hope these macro tips have really helped you. I hope you'll shift your breakfast a little bit tomorrow. I hope you'll look for those different kinds of snacks with high protein, options. I hope that you'll shift from chicken thighs to a chicken breast, or from a ribeye steak to a filet mignon, so that you simply are eating what you want, but you're getting something that serves your body better and will bring you those results you're looking for. Okay. So thanks for tuning in always. I'm always here every Tuesday with top 10 tips with Flip This Chick so that you can get a better idea of how to make this next phase of life your best phase of life. Don't forget to follow us over on Instagram at fitover50.flipthischick. It's not just for people over 50. It's fit over 50 because I'm over 50. You don't have to be. Jump in, check it out, follow us. And if you feel like these top 10 tips about mastering your macros were helpful, please like and share it and tag a friend to get them in our community so that they can get in on some of these ideas. And again, drop protein in the comments if you want my high protein recipe book. I will send that to you. It's free. And I'd love for you to start seeing some ways to shift your macros and start seeing results. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday here at 10 a.m. as always, live from wherever I am, wherever you're at. We always show up to be accountable to each other and keep you getting results. So have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you on the flip side.